Alrighty, folks, welcome back here. Game number 2. We're going to have the Chapel Hill JV and the Center JV before we get to Chapel Hill and Australia. That's right, Australia. I'm not going to even try to do an Australian accent. I know I can't do it, so, yeah, just going to have those guys coming up here in just a little while as well. But we're setting ready to go here for this one as the Center JV and the Chapel Hill JV ready to duke it out here. And ready to go. Looks like it's going to be Chapel Hill basketball to start off. And a nice job taking it down. They're going to get a foul right off the bat here onto the Center Rough Riders. Taking it down in there for Chapel Hill. That is a 3, Davis. And Davis going to the line now for the Bulldogs. The referee just happens to know right there where the cameras are, but that's fine. We'll go over here. All right, so right there it is Davis up and good. First points of the ball game here for Chapel Hill. So 4 seconds in, and Chapel Hill goes to the line for a couple of shots, and they knock them both down right there. So now we'll be ready for the Rough Riders, and the Center Rough Riders, Coach Munoz, coach here for the Rough Riders here for the JV squad. Get it up ahead here now. As Calhoun will drop it off here to Emanis, that's it. Send it back out on top, and that is Ratcliffe. Let's get back out on this one. Ratcliffe's going to send it back over here, so the Rough Riders working around from the right to the left side down under here. Emanis tried to take it inside. He's going to be tripped up and falling down there, and we'll get over to the other side here, and a nice job there taking it down in as they drop it off to Davis. Davis takes it in and scores here for the Bulldogs, and quickly up 4-0 here are the Bulldogs over the Rough Riders. Center with the basketball, Calhoun, and he has it taken away from him here, and back up the floor once again. Ends of the Bulldogs as they get that steal, bringing it up there, but it's going to be a foul on number 10. That is Glenn. He'll pick up that foul as the Bulldogs going to get it right back. Nope. I'm going to say it's Rough Rider basketball. Okay. Thought maybe got out and was going to be a foul there against the Rough Riders, but they'll get the basketball here. Bringing it up is Emanis, trying to work here against the tight defense here on the Bulldogs. Pulls up his dribble. Now dropping it off Calhoun for the Riders. Send it out here to Lane all the way across, and that goes over Ratcliffe's hands and out of bounds, and the Rough Riders turn it over. And they will now give it back here to Chapel Hill, up 4-0. Ready to bring it in is Cameron. They'll get it on the inbound here to Brooks. And Chapel Hill across the timeline, ready to go here. In game number 2 of this tournament, if you didn't catch it, I'll tell you what, that first one was really, really good. Silsby and Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill gets the victory here. Silsby had to lead through most of that game, and Chapel Hill fought back in that third quarter, made it a big third quarter. Was able to stretch it out in the fourth and get the win there. As Chapel Hill JV now up early against Center. As they move it around, and here's Davis launching for 3 off the back of the iron. Will not go. Rebound comes out by Davis, tries to throw it down underneath, and it goes off of one of the Riders. Stays with the Bulldogs. Cameron ready to bring it in. Once again, he's going to find a Spink. Spink puts it up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound there by Chapel Hill. That was Cameron with the rebound. He puts it right back up and scores. And a nice job here by Chapel Hill. Now they're applying some full court pressure. As trying to bring it up the floor is a Lane. Going to get double teamed there about the half court line. Throws it up here now to find Calhoun. Calhoun back out to Glenn. Glenn over here to Ratcliffe. Emanis down here in the corner. Emanis from the corner on the right side. Almost a reach-in foul there, but there's a steal. Coming up the floor. Nice job there under the steal by Jackson. He puts up the shot, it won't go. But Cameron chases down the long rebound. Send it back out to Davis. Davis launches the 3, won't go. Rebound comes out here by Spink. And throwing it up here, and now Cameron will knock down the 3 here for the Bulldogs. And with 5:33 to go, looks like Coach Munoz is going to take a timeout as the Bulldogs jump out to a 9-0 lead here into this one. We'll be right back here on NETSN, brought to us today by the good folks at Shelby Savings Bank.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Great shot, man. Yeah, let's go.
All righty, folks, back here and ready to bring it in will be the Center Rough Riders, and it's going to be Calhoun onto the inbound. Look to get it in here to Lane. And the Riders looking for their first bucket here. A minute and a half gone, or 2.5 minutes gone here into this first quarter. And the Riders have the basketball, bringing it up across the line. Going to send it to Manis here to the left side. Manis pulls up his dribble, kicking it back out here to Lane. Lane back on now. No, Lane has it now. And that was Calhoun out on top. Lane puts up the shot, won't go. Cameron with this third rebound. And it will now be Bulldog basketball as Brooks brings it up the floor here. Sending it back out on top to Davis. Davis over to Jackson. Jackson and Davis. Now back over here to Brooks. Davis. Brooks now underneath here to Cameron. Cameron backing his way in there. Nice underneath there on the left hand. The shot won't go. Rebound comes out. We're going to say it's a jump ball. Possession arrow will be to the Rough Riders. It's coming down there with it was Glenn. Won't get the rebound because it's a jump ball. 4:51 to go. Riders will get it back here. Calhoun looking to bring it in. He's going to find Glenn. Back to Calhoun. A bit of pressure on the defense there. And now Glenn slips up there, but he's going to throw it up ahead and is knocked away by Spink. A nice job there by Spink to knock it away for the Bulldogs, but it stays with the Rough Riders here. As Calhoun will get it into Lane. The Lane will bring it back in across the timeline. Manis kicking it back down here to Glenn. Glenn thought about that three on that left side. Now back to Calhoun. And the Riders looking for a good shot here, but the Bulldogs doing some good job on the defense, not allowing the Riders any good open looks. Down in the corner, here's Lane. Lane stopping to pop a short jumper off the side of the rim. It won't go. Rebound comes out once again, and this is Cameron. That's number 4 for him. Ball gets loose. Lane takes it away, and back up the floor now come the Riders. Lane has it back in the lane, can't get it to go. Glenn knocks it out, but it goes into the hands here of Spink, putting it up the floor here. Now come the Bulldogs, and oh, it does. The Spink as it rolls. It got the shooter's roll there for Spink and the Bulldogs. On the inbound here now finds Lane. Lane back to Calhoun. Calhoun all the way across on the high pass here. Gets knocked away from Glenn by Cameron. Cameron trying to work his way down. He's going to run into Glenn. Glenn's going to commit the foul there. They won't get the continuation on the bucket, but Glenn's going to pick up his second foul. And it's Bulldog basketball. Checking into the ball game is going to be Bluford. He's going to come in here for Manis for Coach Munoz. 3:34 to go, and Rough Riders still looking for the first point, but they got to play some defense right here. That one's inbound here to Spink, gets taken away by the Riders. Back up the floor now. And oh, that one is knocked away there by Spink as Glenn was taking it in, but Spink may be picking up the foul right there. And that should put Glenn at the line for the Rough Riders. So Glenn will go to the line there, as that was the first one on Spink. 2 fouls here on the Rough Riders, 1 on the Bulldogs. As Glenn to the line trying to get the Rough Riders onto the board, and that was off the back of the iron right there, no good. Second shot on the way here. Glenn gets that one to go home. Now the Riders get that first point. Now they get that rolling from here on. So now here comes Chapel Hill back up the floor as Davis brings it up across the timeline. Sent over here to the right side, finds Brooks. Brooks all the way across. Cameron going to try to drive from the left side. Cameron in the lane, puts up the reverse layup and gets it to go home. Nice little shot there by Cameron. He's got 7 points in the ball game for the Bulldogs here. As the Rough Riders, and that's going to be, Davis got a hand on it, but right back in the hands of Lane. He's going to throw it up ahead here to Calhoun. And the ball's going to get away from the Rough Riders and turn it over. Chapel Hill will get it back. Brooks ready to bring it in. He'll find Davis on the inbound, and here come the Bulldogs. Second game of the Rough Rider tournament here, brought to you by Shelby Savings Bank all day today and tomorrow. All the way back across. Brooks. Pass down inside, now does get it down into Spink. Spink's working there against Tibbs. Tibbs is much taller there, but ball's off the mark there. Coming out there with the rebound is Lane. Get it back out to Glenn. Glenn will now push up the floor here for the Riders. He gets it to Lane, then all the way back across. Finds Calhoun. Down the lane in the corner. All the way back out here, Bluford. Oh, let's get back up here. Lane to the right side of the lane. That one gets partially blocked there. Glenn tried to get a handle on it as it got partially blocked there. He tried to catch it in the middle of in the midair, but it goes off his hands and out of play. Turns it back over to the Bulldogs. So Davis now ready to bring it in and across the timeline, and does. Get down to 2 minutes to go here in the first. All Chapel Hill Bulldogs here in this first quarter. Send it back over here to the right side. As Jackson in the ball game here for the Bulldogs. Bounce pass down inside. Finds Corey. Corey tried to get it down over there to Cameron, but it is taken away here by the Riders. And Lane trying to bring it back up the floor here. And Davis all over him like a blanket. That one gets knocked away and it ends up in the hands there of Brooks, but back away from Brooks into Jackson, or Bluford. Bluford keeps it for the Rough Riders. And now Bluford throws it underneath here. And as Lane tries to get that pass on the inside, somebody reaches in there and grabs it. I think that's going to be a foul here on a Corey for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. Inbound by Calhoun. Finds Bluford back out to Lane. Now send it back over here to Calhoun as the Riders just set it up here, find a good play to get some more points on the board here. Trailing by 12 here early. Lane for three. That is off the mark. First three attempt here by the Riders. It goes out of play, and it will be Bulldog basketball. So on the inbound, it will be Davis pushing up the floor here for Chapel Hill. Send it over to the left side, and that is Brooks. Davis. That one gets stolen away there by Bluford, but Davis steps right back in there, steals it right back away, and Davis in the lane can't get the shot to go. Same team there fighting for the rebound, and it ends up in Brooks' hands, but then it goes off of his leg and out of, is that Brooks or Cameron? But off of their leg and out of play, but it goes back to the Riders. The Riders fortunate right there to get it back. 52 seconds to go. Inbound to Glenn, going to get it up ahead here to Lane. Lane now double teamed at the half-court line. Picked up by Bluford. Bluford underneath here to Tibbs. Tibbs takes it in. He's going to be fouled on the way in. And Tibbs will go to the line shooting a couple. Getting into the taller guy there. He's got 4 or 5 inches on everybody on the floor. Might be the entrance I'm looking forward to there from the Rough Riders. 41.6 to go, 13-1 here. Chapel Hill with the lead. Tibbs stands to the line here, shooting 2 after the foul. By Corey, up and good. For Tibbs, both points at the free throw line here for the Riders here in this first quarter. Second shot is up and good as well. So Tibbs makes it a 10-point lead here for the Bulldogs as Davis pushes it up, sends it over to the far side. That is Brooks. Brooks in the lane here, loses the handle on it, throws it back out to Jackson. Jackson launches the three. It won't go. Rebound there by Corey. He puts it up. It won't go. Gets his own rebound and puts it in, and he gets the bucket here for the Bulldogs. So with about 20 seconds left to go, Rough Riders looking to bring it in. And get it in here to Glenn. Glenn will get it up ahead now to Lane. Lane at the free throw, at the half-court line, finds Calhoun. Calhoun getting under 10 seconds to go. Now to Bluford, 7 seconds. Glenn here to the left side. 3 seconds to go, and that's going to be almost stolen away there, and the Riders are not even going to get a shot off. So it's going to be a 15-3 lead here for Chapel Hill at the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready to go for the second quarter. Chapel Hill will get the ball to start the second half, or second quarter, as a 15-3 lead here for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. Ready to go as Brooks brings it in here. Going to find Davis. Davis on the inbound. The Riders just barely getting out of the huddle here. And I send it back out here to Brooks. He's going to launch for three. It won't go. 0 for 3 at the three-point line here for the Bulldogs. Rebound comes out here for the Riders. Pushing the action is going to be a Lane. He throws it up the shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out. And it'll be Chapel Hill basketball. And it looks like it was Brooks that got that rebound. They called him for the walk. So the Riders will get it back. Calhoun on the inbound. Sends it in here, and it's going to be stolen away here by Davis. Davis run right down here, going to find a nice job here trailing the play there by Brooks. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out here by Tibbs. And the Riders going to bring it up the floor here as Lane pushes up along the left side. He's going to put up the shot, cannot get it to go. Rebound comes out by Cameron. It's his 5th rebound of the ball game. Back up now comes Davis for Chapel Hill. Right side here to Jackson. Jackson all the way back across. Finds Brooks. Brooks underneath there and a speedball pass there to Cameron. He picks it up. Here's it goes through his hands. And that is Tibbs knocking it away on the shot there by, is that Corey going in there? And coming into the ball game, Manis and Glenn will check in now for Calhoun and Lane for Coach Munoz. As the Riders looking for their first field goal of the ball game, but they got to play some defense right now. As Cameron, this is going to be a steal here by Manis. Manis, and bring it up the floor here. Nice job by Manis. Going to take it in. He's going to get the contact. He'll go to the line. And then brought some contact there from Jackson probably. I think that's who it was. So Manis will go to the line for the Riders, where they are 2 for 4 at the line. I think that 3 for 4 at the line. Yeah. So Manis on the inbound play here. I thought that was a shooting foul, but I guess not. So it's going to be off the mark there for the Riders. It's going to come back to the floor, and it will be Chapel Hill basketball. Nice job taking it down to the left side of the lane there, but coming out there with it is Glenn. Glenn has it knocked away. Davis picks up the loose ball for the Bulldogs, sends it back out to Cameron. Cameron send it over here to the right side, and Davis all the way back over to Brooks. Now it's going to be a walk underneath there on the Bulldogs. So 6:32 to go into the half. The Bulldogs commit the walk. And it will be Rough Rider basketball. Bluford going to go to bring it in here for center. On the inbound, going to find Tibbs. Tibbs set full court pressure here by the Bulldogs. Glenn looking to bring it up. Going to throw it up ahead here. Going to find, nice job there by Ratcliffe. Time to take it down in. Can't get it to go. I think it was Tibbs that ended up with that rebound. It was. He puts it right back in, and he'll get the bucket. He'll have a chance at a three-point play here for the Riders. That's the first field goal by the Riders right there. Tibbs on the rebound and the putback on the miss by Ratcliffe. And he'll be fouled by Jackson. That'd be second one on him. As going to the line 2 for 2 is Tibbs. He's got a chance at a three-point play, and it is off the mark. So coming out with the rebound here is Cameron. He's done a good job there leading all rebounders. He's got 6. Davis the basketball now for the Bulldogs. Send it over to the far side to Brooks. Brooks out of Davis. Underneath Cameron. Cameron, sorry, puts up the shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out by Ratcliffe. And it will be Rough Rider basketball. And man, it's going to be met by the double team here. And the ball gets away. And a nice job there. It's going to stay Rough Rider basketball. Jackson got a hand on it to knock it away from McManus, but Rough Riders able to keep possession here. They're going to get it on the inbound. Finds Glenn. Over to Bluford. Bluford. Ratcliffe. Now back out to Manis. They're getting down to 5.5 to go here in the half. Oh, nice job there. They find, good job by Glenn finding Ratcliffe underneath. And Ratcliffe gets the bucket there. That's a good play there by the Rough Riders. They found an opening in the defense. Was able to get a good, easy bucket right there to make it a 15-7 ball game. As Cameron and the Bulldogs have the basketball now over to the left side. So a lot of time left for the Riders to climb back into this. We just got to play some defense and make a couple of stops here. Still 5 minutes to go till halftime. Davis. Jackson underneath here to Cameron, trying to back his way down in. Cameron can't get his go. Tim's got a hand on it, throws it back out to Davis. Davis Brooks for three. Knocking it down. And Brooks gets the first three of the ball game for either team as he gets his first points of the ball game there as well to make it 18-7. So the Riders had a little bit of momentum going on right there, but now we'll trade 18-7 here. About 4.5 to go till halftime. Pulling up his dribble is Bluford trying to get it across, finding Ratcliffe all the way by himself. Here's Tibbs on the other end. And a good job there by the Rough Riders as Ratcliffe finds Tibbs as he got behind everybody. Everybody was worried about the pass up ahead, and Tibbs got behind everybody standing there at the rack and was able to find him with Ratcliffe and gets an easy bucket once again. Excuse me, 19-8. Inside, Spink takes it in, can't get it to go. Glenn comes out with a rebound. And the Riders now with a chance to get a little bit closer. As Glenn has to pull up his dribble and finds Tibbs. Tibbs outside the free throw line, can't get it to go. Bluford got a hand on it, he ends up with the rebound. Kicking it back out here to Ratcliffe, so the Riders get another opportunity here, but goes off of the hands. Oh, and now it goes off there for Davis, and Glenn comes out of there with the basketball here for the Riders. He'll push it up the floor, and it gets away from him. Now into the hands of Spink. Spink going to throw it up into Brooks. Brooks push it up into the action. He goes through the two defenders. He's going to be tripped up and hit the floor, and that'll be foul here onto the Rough Riders with 3:36 to go. So taking it in there, and it's going to be a out-of-bounds play here for the Bulldogs. 3:36, checking back in Calhoun as well as Lane. Also in for Chapel Hill will be Corey. Checking in for Cameron. Chapel Hill basketball here as Davis is ready to bring it in. Davis going to find Spink on the inbound, but nice job there by Tibbs to knock it away. Gets into the hands here of Lane. Lane going to push it up here, go right in the middle of the lane. It gets knocked away. Tibbs can't handle the loose ball. Up ahead now come the Bulldogs. As Brooks take it over to the left side. Brooks puts it up over the taller defenders. Can't get it to go. Spink gets the rebound, puts it back up. It won't go. Calhoun comes down there with it, gives it to Lane. Lane dropping off here to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe push it up now. Back out to Calhoun. Getting down to about 3 minutes to go, and the Riders trailing by 9, trying to cut into that lead here. Ratcliffe down in the corner. And Manis working across the top. Sends it down inside here to Tibbs. Tibbs going to pick up the foul. Oh, they're going to call a walk there on Tibbs. Thought maybe there might have been a foul there on Spink, but it is a turnover. And the Riders give it back to the Bulldogs. You see Davis ready to bring it in. So we've got substitutions coming in on both sides as Tibbs checks out of the ball game. And Bluford checks out here for Coach Munoz, checking in here for the Riders. That's a shot off the back of the iron there by the Bulldogs, and a nice try to save it there by Lane, and it's going to go back to Chapel Hill because Lane just does get on the line, and they're going to say nope. It'll be Chapel Hill basketball. On the inbound finds Davis. Davis over to the left side. Send it back out on top now. Jackson onto the left wing. Underneath here to Spink. Stolen away here by Lane. Lane got underneath him. And now there's a big old mess up right here in front of us. But it's coming up with a Rough Rider basketball. Ratcliffe over to the right side. Back out to Calhoun. Calhoun top of the key. Three ball. Can't get it to go. And the Riders 0 for 2 at that three-point line. Back up the phone. Comes down the Bulldogs as Davis pushes it right down in the lane. He's going to take it in and he'll get underneath the rack and hit the bottom end, but he'll be fouled onto the shot, and Davis will now head to the line. He's 2 for 2 for the Bulldogs so far here in this first half with 2:09 to go. Davis in and out. Davis coming up with that second shot. Here it comes, and it's good. 5 points in a game for Davis. Did we get a lane violation, or was? Didn't see that. All right, so he got 3 shots at it there, so okay. Maybe there was a lane violation. I didn't hear a whistle or anything like that. All right, so nonetheless, it's going to be an out-of-bounds play here for the Riders. So 2:09 to go. The Riders will get it here. It's a 10-point lead for Chapel Hill. Get it on the inbound here to Lane. Lane bounce pass back out to Emanis. That goes off of Chapel Hill, so it'll stay with the Riders. Inbound to Lane. Back to Calhoun. Lane, I'll tell you, this half-court press here by Chapel Hill has been a really, really good job here so far today. That's up ahead here to Manis. It goes off of Manis' hands and back into the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs will bring it right back up. Here's Davis. Send it over to the left side. Going to find Brooks. Brooks back to Davis. Now they move it around here as a Fillmore in the ballgame, number 23. Getting underneath to Cameron. Cameron tries to go through the defense, and he's going to say he walked with it, trying to go through that defense. 1:38 to go. And Tibbs is going to check back into the ballgame. He's going to come in here for Ratcliffe. Coach Munoz. So with 1:38 left to go, Riders get the basketball here. It's Tibbs on the inbound. They're finding Manis. And Manis pushing up the floor here to the left side. Back out to Calhoun. Underneath there's a steal by Spink. Spink brings it up the floor now for the Bulldogs. That one gets knocked away from Cameron, but he gets his own rebound as Tibbs got a hand on. Tibbs gets another hand on this one. They may get another foul here on the Tibbs. And that's going to put Cameron at the line for the Bulldogs with 1:12 left to play here in the first half. So 2 shots on the way here coming up for Cameron. First one off the mark. Calhoun checking out for Bluford. Cameron with one more shot at it here. Trying to get off of this 19 that the Chapel Hill Bulldogs have been on for a little while here. That's off the mark there as well. Nice save there by Davis. Gets it back in here to Fillmore. Fillmore takes it down the side now, and he loses the handle on it. Comes out of there with it is Bluford. Bluford going to pull up the dribble. Oh, before he can get rid of it, he's going to get called for a walk. And it's going to go back to the Bulldogs over on the far side. Bringing it in is going to be Brooks. So the Riders, I'll tell you, they have just had unfortunate turnovers here so far. Send it back over here to the far side, and it's off the hands there. Fillmore coming out there with it is Glenn. Glenn going to push it up the floor here now for the Riders. I'll send it back outside, finding Timms coming into play. Tibbs loses a handle on it, but Glenn right there to pick it up, and he'll get the bucket now for the Riders, which they needed that one. Now it's an 8-point game with 40 seconds to go if they can make a stop here and get it a little bit closer before the end of this half. But I think that the Bulldogs are going to have a lot to say with that. Here's Davis with it. Send it back over to Fillmore. Out on top to Brooks. Fillmore, 3-ball on the way from the right side. Off the mark, 0 for 5 at the 3-point line here as it's rebounded by Cameron. Send it over to Davis. He'll try the 3. It goes in and out. Rebound comes out here, and it's a fight for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Center Rough Riders with 13 seconds left to go in the quarter. So ready to bring it in now for the Riders. Going to be Bluford. Bluford. That's going to be knocked away from Davis. Davis makes a great save here and a steal. Gets it back in here to Brooks. Brooks is going to be fouled. Will it roll home? And Brooks is going to get it to roll home. And Brooks with a nice shot there out of the rim. And he gets it to roll home, and he's going to get to the hoop and the harm here as Brooks will go to the line. Chance at a 3-point play here to make it a 11-point lead. Be the largest lead here with 6.5 to go. I may be wrong. It was a 15-3 lead there at the end of the first. So that would be the largest lead so far. So now Brooks off the mark there onto that one. Rebound comes out off of Spink, it looks like, for Chapel Hill. So it'll go back to the Riders. Rider basketball, Bluford. Bring it in. Send over here now to Glenn. Glenn trying to push up the floor. He'll lose the handle on it, but picks up his wrist ball there at the half-court line. And it'll be at the end of the half. It will be a 21-11 ball game here. Center Rough Riders behind here, the Chapel Hill Bulldogs on the JV ball game. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on the NFHS. I'm sorry, on NETSN. I can't even get away from that.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial and ag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in Center has the agents to take care of all your insurance needs. They remind you to update your policy after a life change, never put off the death policy conversation, and always have home insurance or renter's insurance. Whatever your insurance needs or questions are, or even if you need to make a payment, Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in Center.
At Wayne Christian Financial Services, Wayne and his daughter Liza Christian Furman understand that the financial pictures rarely stay the same, but a thorough understanding and knowledge helps you prepare for the downturns, gives you the strength to support them, gives you the knowledge to navigate your way through the system and turn that arrow back up again. The power's in your hands with Wayne Christian Financial Services. Wiggins Hunting Lodge is a premier outdoor trophy hunting destination between Mount Enterprise and Timpson. When you hunt at Wiggins, you'll experience a personalized adventure for a magnificent trophy buck or any other East Texas game you desire. Your weapon, your way, with a seasoned guide, the hunt of your life with the quiet luxury of Wiggins.
Back here, folks, ready to go for the third quarter and see if the Rough Riders can jump back in here as they now trail it by 11. Going to the third quarter here in the JV game between Chapel Hill JV and the Center Rough Rider JV squad. Coming up next, we'll have Chapel Hill and Australia. The Australia Cougars is what they are. Coach Giacchino, I hope I'm saying that right, and some nice young men. Got to meet a couple of the guys there, Coach McGrath. Say hi to a couple of guys there. So we'll find out a little bit more about those guys as we go along through this tournament here. But getting ready to go now for the second half here in this JV matchup between between Center and Chapel Hill. So where's it going to be here? Looks like it's going to be Chapel Hill basketball. Okay, so there we go. Chapel Hill basketball right here in front of us, ready to bring it in. Davis, ready to bring it in here to Brooks. And we're ready to go here for the second half. Chapel Hill basketball. Brooks back to Davis. Davis bringing it up here now for the Bulldogs. Send over to the right side. Jackson finds Cameron all the way back out here. Move it around. 10-point lead here, able to take some time off the clock, find some good shots. Three ball onto the way here for Chapel Hill. Will go 1 of 7 at the three-point line. Rebound comes out here by Lane. And back up the floor now comes the Rider. Lane going to send it in here to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe trailing play, going to send it out here to Glenn. Glenn throws up the three, won't go. Rebound comes out here by Tibbs, knocked away. And last touch by one of the Rough Riders, so out of bounds here to Chapel Hill. Here comes Brooks up the floor quick, sending up underneath there. That one gets knocked away by Lane into the hands of Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe throws it up ahead here, but Spink right there in the lane, steps into that passing lane, drops it off underneath here to Brooks, and Brooks can't get it to go. Coming out there with it is Glenn for the Rough Riders. Sorry, I hit that button there, shouldn't have. Ball gets knocked away, and Brooks trying to catch his feet there, catch up with the basketball at the same time. Ends up onto the floor. But looks like he's going to be okay, and it's out of bounds there on Chapel Hill. It'll go back to the Riders here with a minute gone in the third. And Ratcliffe ready to bring it in now for Center. Get it on the long inbound here, but it's going to be knocked away and almost stolen away there by Davis. Picked up by Amanis. Amanis launches the three. Can't get it to go 0 for 4 at the three-point line. Ratcliffe with the rebound. Tries to put up the short jumper. It won't go. Tibbs can't get that rebound, and out of bounds to Chapel Hill. So here we come back up the floor now. Comes Chapel Hill. He'll send it over here to the left side as Brooks back out on top here. Davis having to chase down the loose ball. Comes up with it. Send it back to Brooks. Here's Jackson. Now Davis. The Bulldogs taking the time they need here to try to find something. Here's a long range pass there. It won't go as Lane knocks it away. It goes out of bounds and it'll go with the Bulldogs. On the inbound, ready to bring it in here now is Brooks. Brooks finds Davis. Davis back to Brooks. Brooks going to launch the three, and it's good. Brooks for three. His second three of the night, second three of the ball game here for the Bulldogs. Lane trying to get it across the floor here, but half-court press here by the Bulldogs. Working very well here through this entire game here, and there's Amanis still trying to get it across. That's going to be a 10-second violation. Tell you what, it's been a really, really good job here, this half-court press that the Bulldogs are putting on. They have done an excellent job here against this Rough Rider offense. Rough Riders have a hard time getting it across the timeline. Ready to bring it in now. Brooks finds Davis once again. And Brooks covered up here by Calhoun, sends it back out. Back to Brooks once again. Bulldogs work it over to the far side. We kind of work it out here out on top, taking some time off the clock here. Up by 13 now, 24-11. Big game coming up next. We have the Chapel Hill Bulldogs who came on. Oh, there's a nice play in the lane. It's going to go off of Jackson. Can't get it to go, but he's going to be fouled on the way in. Next game there, game number one, is Silsbee had pretty much a lead in that ball game all the way up to about a minute to go into that third quarter. Then Chapel Hill finally tied it up and then took the lead and didn't relinquish it into that fourth quarter and got a big win there. So Chapel Hill will take on the Australian team coming up next here on NETSN. As the foul there onto the Rough Riders. Going to put Jackson at the line, and he's up and good on his first shot, his first points of the ball game. Calhoun checks out, and checking in will be Bluford for the Rough Riders. And Jackson stands in here at the free throw line, knocking it down. Gets them both to go for the Bulldogs. So Bluford bringing it in now for center. On the inbound finds Lane. Lane back to Bluford. Now back to Lane. Now they do get it across here. Good job here by the Rough Riders. They get it to Glenn. Tenacious defense here by the Bulldogs. I mean, they're playing some great defense here against the Riders. Nice move there. Glenn takes it down there, tries to stop, gets a little too far underneath there, and has that one go off the front of the rim. Coming back out with it is Cameron. Cameron gonna get down in the middle of the lane here. Put up that shot. It will go off of the hands there of Spink and out of play, and it'll go back to the Rough Riders. .506 to play here in the third quarter. Rough Riders get the basketball, looking for their first points of the second half. Took them a while to get their first points in that first quarter, so let's see if they can get those first points here a little bit quicker this time. Lane gets the double team, send it back out now to Bluford. Bluford has it underneath here to Amanis, and it goes off of Manis's hands, and then it goes off of Cameron's hands out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Rough Riders. So Bluford ready to bring it in here on that far side. Get on the long inbound, finds Glenn now out to Lane. Back over here to Emanis. Emanis thinking about that three, now puts it up. Won't go 0 for 5 at the three-point line here for the Riders. Pushing it back up the floor after the miss is Davis. Davis off the glass. Davis takes it in and scores. He's got 7 points in the ball game here for the Bulldogs. Back up the floor now comes Lane. Lane gets stopped there at the half-court line by that double team once again, but he'll find Glenn. And he'll lose a handle on it, and Davis picks up the loose ball. Back up the floor now come the Bulldogs, and that is going to be Brooks taking it down. He'll get the bucket. And Coach Munoz is going to call a timeout here with 4:18 left to go here into the, I'll make that a 30-11 ball game, with 4:18 to go here into the third quarter. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Folks here in East Texas really love their breakfast. Whether you're looking for biscuits or gravy, anything up to quiche, you'll find it there at Plates of Grace Country Kitchen for an awesome breakfast. When it comes to lunch, they'll always have a great special written on the board, or check out the menu for all kinds of great items like the Bubba Club, chicken fried steak, fish and shrimp, or even that mouth-watering hamburger steak. You'll find all these mouth-watering dishes at Plates of Grace Country Kitchen just outside of Center on Shelbyville Highway.
Timeout over, and it's Rough Rider basketball. Bluford ready to bring it in here for the Riders. He'll get it in over to that far side, Glenn. Now back to Bluford. Now here to Emanis. And so they will now try to get it across the timeline, and Emanis does. Brings it over to the far side, Cameron. Knocks it away, and it's going to be off of the Rough Riders. I thought for sure that might have been off of the Bulldogs, but it's going to be off of the Rough Riders, and it'll be Bulldog basketball as Brooks will be ready to bring it back in here now. Simon Davis doing a good job bringing the ball up the floor here. 4:09 left to go here. End of the third quarter. The Riders going to make a stop. Brooks underneath here, and find a nice job of looking for Corey underneath there. Couldn't get the shot to go, but a nice rebound there by Cameron. He'll get his first points of the second half. Lane finds Bluford. Bluford back to Lane. Lane gonna get the double team in the half-court trap. Got it up ahead here to Bluford. Bluford go off of his hands. It's going to go off of the back of the foot there of Corey, so it's going to go back to the Riders. So Rider basketball here as Bluford will be ready to bring it in for center. In the lane. Lane all the way back across. Finds Glenn. Glenn back to Bluford. Now to 3.5 to go here in the third. Calhoun with the basketball. Kicking it to Lane, and nice job there on the little give. Oh, it's a good job there on the block there by Cameron, but it ends up back in the hands there of Lane, and Lane gets his first points of the ball game. And 3:16 to go. Going to get Glenn out and Ratcliffe in for Coach Munoz. It's Chapel Hill basketball. As Brooks brings it across the timeline now here for the Bulldogs. Over to Davis. Davis back out on top. He's got Jackson over to that far side. That's a hard pass underneath to Cameron. The ball gets knocked away as they try to get it underneath there to Corey, and it's Amanis coming out there with it, but Amanis has it taken away by Cameron. And then Cameron might have got fouled after that, or they're going to say it was on Cameron on the foul there, taking the ball away. So I think that's what's going to say it's on Cameron. So just under 3 to go, 32-13, and it will be Rough Rider basketball. See Calhoun right in front of us on the inbound. And the Bulldogs keeping up that tight defense here on the Riders. It's worked really well all game long. They've kept it up all the way, especially here at the half-court line. Boy, I tell you, they have just been trapping very, very well. And Amanis trying to get out of there with it. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout here by Coach Munoz, so we'll take a quick 30-second timeout as well. We'll be right back here as the game today being brought to us by the good folks at Shelby Savings Bank.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Alrighty, we're back here to the timeout. Rough Rider basketball on the inbound with 2.5 to play here into the 30. Manis with the basketball working against the double team here by the Bulldogs. Sending over here to Lane to the right side. Now down to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe's going to try the 3 in the corner. It won't go. Riders are 0 for 6 at the 3-point line. Ratcliffe gets his own rebound. Throws it out to Bluford. Goes off of Bluford's hands. And back up the floor now come the Bulldogs. So trying to throw it up ahead here from Brooks to Davis. And Davis can't quite catch up to the pass. And it's turned over back to the Riders with 2:15 to go. Here comes Glenn back into the ballgame. Going to come in for Bluford. So on the inbound here, Ratcliffe going to get it up to Lane. Lane to Amanis over to that left side. Amanis in the lane, puts up the shot high off the glass. Won't go, out of bounds off of the Riders, and it will be Chapel Hill basketball. Back over here to the left side, up underneath to Corey. Corey in the lane, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound. Throws it back out. Fillmore in the ball game here for Chapel Hill. Gives it over down to Davis. Finds Brooks over to the right side. And Brooks is going to launch for 3 for Chapel Hill. Can't get it to go. 2 for 9 at the 3-point line there for Chapel Hill. Ratcliffe gets the rebound, gives it up here to Lane. And back on the floor now come the Riders. It's Lane in the lane. Drop it off there to Glenn. Can't get it to go. Nice job there by Brooks. Corey onto the rejection. Throw it up ahead here to Davis. Davis can't get it to go. Brooks falls the long ball and gets a long rebound. And we'll get down to 1:15 to go here in the third. Brooks has it underneath there. And that one gets knocked away into the hands of Emanis. Back up the floor now come the Riders. As Emanis in the lane. He takes it and rolls off of the rim. Fillmore gets the rebound. It's going to be a foul away from the basketball. That may be on Cameron right there. A little bit of a extracurricular there, just not anything bad or anything like that. I think they just got a little mixed up down there on that far side. So 1:04 to go. Everybody's good to go. Cool heads are going on. We're going to let Cameron come out of the ball game. Spink will come back in here for the Bulldogs. Tibbs going to come in here for Emanis. And with 1:04 to go, it's a 32-13 lead here for the Bulldogs over Center. And the Bulldogs will get the basketball. Davis will bring it across the timeline now for Chapel Hill. Stop at the pop at top of the key. Going to launch the three. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out here by the Rough Riders. Up ahead here, Tibbs. Tibbs takes it onto the rebound. Can't get that one to go. Fillmore with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Back up the floor now come Chapel Hill. We'll give it to Davis. We'll get under a minute to go. Now down to about 40 to go. Fillmore going to launch the three from the left side. Can't get that one to fall. It's like a rebound underneath there by Spink. He takes it in and won't go, but he's fouled on the way in. And 33.2 to go. Spink will go to the line here for the Bulldogs. His first time at the line tonight. Fifth different Bulldog player at the line here into this ball game so far. Still 33 seconds left to go in the third. Shooting two. Up and good here by Spink. So a little bit of confusion here. I think it's we're good to go. And Manus going to come back into the ball game here for Calhoun. There's only one foul apiece for both teams here in this quarter, so a little bit of confusion here on the teams. Not quite sure what the confusion is here. There is another shot still to go. Okay, well, what they're going to say is it's a white basketball, so I guess that's not going to be good there at the free throw line. So, okay, that one was not good. There's Spink, makes it in, almost makes it into the steal, drop it off to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe throws it out. Here finds a Manus in the corner for a three. Launches it for the Riders. It won't go. Ratcliffe gets the rebound, throws it back out. Brooks going to be right there for it. Brooks going to take it down in the lane, going to get knocked away. Davis saves it, but it's a Manus coming out of the way there for the Riders. He has to take it away from behind, and it's going to be Rough Rider basketball right here at about the half-court line. And Manus ready to bring it in now for center. 8.5 to go. Going to find Glenn. Glenn stopping and popping outside the free throw line. Can't get it. And Manus with the rebound and the putback. It won't go. Spink coming out of there with it. It's going to be tied up. Possession arrow will be to the Riders with 0.6 to go here in the third. 1.4 there. Okay, so that's going to do it here into the third quarter. It will be a 33-13 ball game here for Chapel Hill over the Center Rough Riders, and the Riders only a couple points in that third quarter. Going to have a good fourth quarter here, but that Chapel Hill defense has been doing an excellent job here, especially right at that half-court trap. So good job there by Chapel Hill. They got a big lead as we head into the fourth quarter. We'll be right back here for it here on NETSN.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial and ag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Fourth quarter underway. Ball gets knocked away. It will be Rough Rider Chapel Hill basketball. Chapel Hill going to get an inbound. Davis take it in, and he's going to get called for a walk there, it looks like. Okay, so there we go. So we'll go back to the Riders here on the inbound lane. I'll throw it up ahead here to Glenn. Glenn back to lane, and Manus Here's that half-court trap here by the Chapel Hill. They've done a great job here. Davis going to chase down the rebound, and Davis, or the loose ball, he's going to come up with it. Davis with the steal now. We'll take it in and score. He's at 33-13 now. Up ahead, and Manis. Bounce pass inside. There's a nice steal there by Cameron. Tibbs sticks his hand in there to steal it back away, and he's going to end up with the foul, I do believe, on the reach-in. Chapel Hill basketball on the inbound. And it will be Davis. Bringing it up the floor here now for the Bulldogs. Gonna find Jackson weaving through the middle there. That was knocked away there. It's going to go into the hands here for the Riders. The Riders back up to 4. See, Manis pushes over to that left side. Manis back out here to lane over to the right. And Manis stopping and popping high off the glass. Can't get it to go. Long rebound comes out here for Davis. Davis can't get it to go, but a nice rebound there for Jackson. He'll put it back in and score. The Riders get it back. Lane, bounce pass over to the middle here to Manis on the front. And Manis takes it in, and he gets the shot off the front of the rim. Won't go. Rebound comes out here by Cameron. And back on the floor now come the Bulldogs. Nice bounce pass there from Davis to Corey, but Corey can't get it to go. Ratcliffe gets the rebound, throws it up ahead here, but it is into the hands here of Jackson. He makes the easy bucket. And now 35-13, 6 minutes to play. The Riders get the inbound now, trying to bring it back up across the timeline here as Chapel Hill backs off of that half-court pressure here just a little bit. Up big late into this one. Coming up next, we're going to have the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. They'll take on the Australia squad. I don't know much about how the Australia squad get together. They're a traveling team, so get together here whenever they have breaks there, I guess, to come over to the States and play ball, which is really pretty cool. So we'll look forward to seeing them on the floor against a very good Chapel Hill squad who won that first game against Silsbee. So 5.5 to go here. We're going to get Manis coming out of the ball game. Quite sure we're over on that far side, but it's going to be Chapel Hill basketball here. As Cameron will get it inbound here to Brooks. And here come the Bulldogs. Set it up ahead here to Jackson. Jackson back to Brooks. And Jackson playing a little catch out here on the left side. Jackson trying to back lane down inside, and Jackson takes it up the shot in the middle of the lane. Can't get it to go. Spink tries to save it. Tibbs, last one to touch it. I was going to say it was off of Spink, so it's going to be Rough Rider basketball. Lane up ahead here, going to find Bluford. A nice long pass down the field. Lane back, gets it back, trying to take it back in, and no foul on that one. So he got bumped pretty hard taking it in, but no call. Out of play. Stays with the Riders, so. Bluford ready to bring it in. So on the inbound here for the Riders, it's going to be Tibbs. Fighting through the lane, and Tibbs with a hard shot, but he gets it to go. He's got 6 points in the ball game. He took everything he had. He had a bunch of guys with hands on it right there. And here come the Bulldogs back up the floor. The clock will now roll down to about 4:40 to play into the ball game. Going to get a walk here against the Bulldogs. Kind of had that clock rolling a little bit there for a few minutes, but they've stopped that there, so. Bluford on the inbound, gets it in here to Lane. Lane working over here to the right side, working here against Brooks. Now to Bluford, to the left. Tibbs out on top. Here against Spink. Tibbs sent over here to Lane. Lane launched it for a 3. Can't get it to go. 0 for 8 at the three-point line here for the Riders here tonight. That one gets away here, and the Riders able to keep possession as they got a hand on it and knock it away. Here's Lane once again. Send it over here to the far side. Ratcliffe pulls up his dribble, now swings over. Tibbs thought about that 3. See the big guy shoot the 3 from way out there. Here's Glenn for 3 on the right wing. And when it goes in and out for the Riders, just can't seem to get it in. They're getting a little bit closer every time here. Up ahead, Cameron takes it in. We can't get it to go. And the Riders are able to come out there with the rebound. Tibbs. And they'll give it up here to Glenn. Now back up for Glenn. Dropping it off here to Lane in the lane. Lane puts it high off the glass. Too strong, won't go. Cameron with the rebound. 3.5 to play. Back up here to Brooks. Working against Lane at the half-court line now. It's down here on top of the key. Lane on him pretty tight right here, trying to get a steal. Spink back to Lane. Lane thought about that three there. Now steps around Spink and goes inside. Glenn blocks the shot here, picked up by Corey. He'll throw it back out here to Jackson. Jackson will launch the three. Won't go. Tibbs trying to get that rebound. Ball still on the floor, out of bounds. I believe it's Chapel Hill ball. I don't know. I just point one way or the other. 3 minutes to go. I thought it might have been Center basketball, but the referee on the far side over there said it's Chapel Hill basketball. So we'll go with his call. Chapel Hill ready to bring it in. They get it in here to Cameron. That's knocked away here by Lane. Lane going to get it up ahead. Lane takes it up and can't get the shot to go. Coming out here with it is the Bulldogs. Pushing it back up ahead. Knocked away from Brooks. Brooks going to pick up the foul there. On the way in at 2:49 to play. Into the ball game, 37-15. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. So that gives us a chance to take a quick time. We're going to leave it right here, folks. I want to say a big thank you to Coach Harrison and all the folks here at Center for putting this tournament on. I know it's the first one, and we had a kind of a little bit of a craziness today here, getting things started a little bit later because the city had lost water. But the good folks of the city got that taken care of as quick as they possibly could, got it back on here. So here we are here in the game number 2 of the game. Of the day, I should say. We got 3 more to go after this one. Coming up is going to be the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. They'll take on the Australian squad. And then we'll have Trinity Christian and Silsby. And then we'll have Australia and Center wrapping up the final game here tonight. That should start right around 7 o'clock this evening. That's kind of the way things are going to go. Then we'll be back here tomorrow starting at about 10:30 in the morning. Have games all through the day tomorrow as well. So join us for those games here as we let me look and see as the first time tomorrow for those ball games. Well, I don't have that schedule up here right now, but we'll pick it up here. But yeah, first thing I know, at 10:30 tomorrow morning, this should be the first scheduled game tomorrow. And we'll see if that's, we're going to start off there. So now, after the timeout, yeah, it'll be 10:30 tomorrow. Trinity Christian in Australia will be the first game tomorrow about 10:30. So that's what the schedule is for tomorrow. There. Okay, so here we go. Ready to go now, underway. I was wrapping up the final 3 minutes here of this ball game as the Riders have the basketball here. Center JV and the Chapel Hill JV in game number 2 of the tournament. Bounce pass underneath there, and there's a steal coming out there. Is Corey. Corey will get down the floor here and take it right in and score. Nice job there by Corey. Gets the steal, takes it down in and scores for the Bulldogs. Rider basketball. There's Davis going to make another steal. There's Bluford making a steal right back here for the Riders. They'll throw it up ahead, and then it's stolen right back here by Corey. Corey stopping to pop it inside the three-point line. Can't get it to go. Glenn grabs that rebound. Coming back up the floor now come the Riders. Knocked away from behind there of Lane and picked up by Fillmore. Fillmore will throw it up ahead here to Davis. Davis will find Brooks. Back to Davis. Davis 3-ball from the right side. Can't get it to go. Rebound here by Spink. Spink can't get it to go. Lane gets the rebound for the Riders. Throws it up ahead here to Tibbs. Tibbs throws it across, finding Glenn trailing the play to the left side. Tibbs, a nice job there by Glenn. Had to get his composure, so he didn't walk with it, and made a good play there with 1.5 minutes to go. Makes it 39-15. And back on the floor now come the Bulldogs. Gonna give it to Davis. Oh, that's nice right there. Another little give and go there from Corey to Davis. And Davis, great game here for him for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. And down to 1:18 to go. Lane will bring it up here for Center. Across the timeline, down in the lane. Now pulls it back out. Finds Tibbs on the right side. Tibbs in the lane. Gets it to roll home. Nice job there by Tibbs. Bulldogs bringing it back up. Brooks with authority taking it to the rack. Going to go in there and loses his balance. Ends up on the floor. Going to be okay, though. 56.8 to go. Ball's going to get away from him. I think that may be Chapel Hill basketball. And it is. They're going to say that was off of Ratcliffe or Tibbs there. Brooks on the inbound, finds Spink to the far side there. Oh, that was Corey on the inbound. He'll get it back for 3, and Corey will knock down the 3 from the corner over there. Big 3 there for the Bulldogs. We get down to 45 to go, 44-19. Lane back across the town line here for the Rough Riders. Down to Tibbs to the left side. Tibbs trying to work his way down there. He loses the handle on the basketball. Davis tried to pick it up there and does. Gives that up here to Brooks. Brooks gonna pull it up here now. Brooks stopping and popping for 3. That one is off the mark. Back up the floor now coming to the Riders. And a good job there by Glenn picking up the loose ball, and he gets another bucket here. That's 4 points into the fourth quarter for Glenn. 7 altogether here for him in this ball game. To get down to the final 10 seconds to go. Lane fighting here with Brooks, but no call here by the ref. And that's going to pretty much do it right here, as it will be a 44-21 win for Chapel Hill over Center here into the JV ball game. So a nice job here. My player of the game, I'll tell you, it was either going to be Davis or Brooks, but I think I'm going to go with Davis. Davis played a really good game offensively and defensively. So Davis for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs is going to get my player of the game here in this ball game. All right, so coming up next, folks, we're going to get to the Aussie team. The first time we're going to see the Aussie team. They'll come out here. They'll take on Chapel Hill. That'll be coming up here in just a few minutes. So we're going to shut down this stream and get you ready for the next one. It'll be ready here in about 10 minutes, but we're going to take a little bit of a break, get the floor ready for the next game. Chapel Hill and Australia coming up here on NETSN. Folks, join us for that game coming up. We'll be right back for it here.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NETSN. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.